Oh, you all, hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So normally it's stressed, okay, find a tribe or, prepare, figure out what's going on for the hell to come. And then for some people, the craziness is already here. So for instance, I would say for LA is flooded with migrants. Basically your major cities, and then also Denver, Colorado. I don't know if that's considered a major city, but what they're doing in Denver right now is they're mind you, these are quote unquote Venezuelan or quote unquote migrant gangsters, so gang members. So what they're doing is, I don't know if they didn't get their voucher as far as to live well in a hotel or to get their $20,000 a month. I don't know if they didn't get the hint, but what they're doing is they're going into basically they're kicking black people out of their apartments and their homes. They already did it. Remember with the whole, oh, if you have a squatter, the squatter has more rights than you. So basically, once the squatter get in there, then it's their house now, and then now you're on your own. And I want to say that was happening in New York as well. So it started off with the whole squatters. Now what they're doing is they're ramshacking apartments and telling you to get out. And the crazy thing is, the apartment complex and the police are in on it, because with the apartment complex, they'll just say, oh, well, the place has been seized. So let the apartment complex tell it, oh, well, everyone's getting evicted. So while they're saying everyone's getting evicted, the Venezuelans or the migrants are moving in. And then when you call the police, like, hey, they're in my apartment, we're supposed to be getting evicted, or we had to get evicted because the migrants took over. And the police say, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it. So since there's nothing that the police can do about it, or at least that's what they're saying in Denver, then I would say, then do you need to become a gangster, or do you need to become a thug? Because it looks like that's all who's protected right now. Maybe that's why these politicians are only talking to the rappers and the thugs and the criminals, because that's who's running the show, basically. That's if you can read between the lines. Because for some reason, when you do things the right way, you try to work and pay your bills, you're going to end up losing. Because you're working hard, you're paying your bills, working 2-3 jobs, doing what you're supposed to do, and you can't keep up with inflation. Or you could take the easy route and become a criminal. You can either become a part of the migrant gang, or the gangs that's already here on the ground. And it looks like those are going to be the ones running rampant. It looks like those are going to be the ones hitting you across the head while y'all fighting over potatoes. You see what I'm saying? So, and mind you, it's already happening, because even when I say I call myself walking around or looking around downtown and uptown, and it's new people. It's not like, oh, okay, I'm just newly evicted. Like, no, new people. Like, you just swam here and you're setting up shop and you're already cornering the building. You're already cornering these businesses. You see what I'm saying? You go any damn where, the sidewalks that used to be clear, highways that used to be clear, are now flooded with migrants. That means that they're already setting up shop. So once shit hit the fan, they're already going to be right there, right outside your door, and just waiting to kick the door in whenever they get the whistle. So that's basically what's happening. What's happening is they're just the migrants or the foreigners. They're going to have their way with the people who are on their P's and Q's, unarmed. All they doing is keeping their hands attended to, working and paying bills. You're doing what you're supposed to do, but the people who ain't doing what they're supposed to do are going to be the ones wearing your robe, living in your place, and taking your job. So, so that's your replacement. You see people on the side of the road, those are the people of the future. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes people look down on them, they want to step on them. But like I say, once they bring the people down who call themselves having their 40 acres, you get brought down a notch. And then therefore the last shall be first. Now, only thing is, you got to make sure the last. Now, there's a lot of people who are last, but who are the true last Mohegans? I'm just saying. That's why I say, when it comes to the American Negroes, you don't want to be last on this, because you've been last your whole life. You don't want to be last this time, because there's nothing worse than being a slave for the 1 millionth time. So what's happening is this all come crumbling down, and then you got to figure out who's going to pick up the torch. Now, it's the sinister part about it is there's a billionaire hands behind it, billion and trillionaire hands, fingertips that's behind it. They're gonna basically what the politicians are doing. Even with Kamala, like as rotten as she is, she's not the main leader. So what she's gonna do, she's just gonna pretty much light the match, and whatever this is going on is already the fireworks. She's just gonna light the match. So I mean, here comes the sound effects. But just keep that in mind, that whatever's happening is a setup, and some of it's natural. I want to say the only part that's natural are the storms. But this, as far as inflation and all that, that's a setup. Because, like I say, while we're hopeless and we don't know what to do, we don't know how we're gonna make ends meet, other people are coming here and they're making ends meet. They're living great. So we're being set up. So I was saying, right now, who's safe right now? Are the migrant gang members, I don't know, find yourself a Venezuelan gang member, maybe they can teach you the ropes, or just maybe meet up with one of the thugs on the streets. And I'm not even trying to be funny, because when people are literally, they're showing them getting thrown out of their, on the news and everything, showing them getting thrown out of their apartments, and while the migrants are waiting to move in. You see what I'm saying? So they're doing a takeover as we speak. And like I said, probably hasn't reached you yet, because you're not, maybe you're in a city where they don't allow that, where you ain't swimming over here. You know, maybe, I want to say Texas, they're trying to hold on for their life, but it's like, when they're coming in by the droves, it's just like, it's a takeover. It is a takeover. So basically that's what's happening, and they're saying, let the police tell her, there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing they can do. Everybody's hopeless when it comes to the migrants, but when it comes to you, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and then but they got all the smoke for you, though. So just read between the lines. The criminals are winning right now. So like I said, that's what they wanted. They wanted to create an environment for the criminals to thrive, while you, like I said, you, the law-abiding, quote unquote Christian, you're struggling. But the devil and the demons they don't know what to do with all this glory, you know. So yeah, so right now, if you know of Venezuela, I'm not even trying to be funny, and I'm not saying, oh, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. But if they have police immunity, then you might want to, you know, think wisely. You see what I'm saying? There's no sense in, you know, getting, you know, ramshacked and attacked when you can secure your ass ahead of time. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe have it set to where, okay, whatever. And I promise you, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't want to sound ignorant, but I don't know if they have particular gang signs or something. Maybe if you have to, I don't know, get your face tattooed. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it's. I think the only people who are going to have a fighting chance are the thugs, the gang members. Basically, if you're in the streets, you're the ones with the guns, while everybody else turn theirs in for hot wings or turn theirs in for money. You understand what I'm saying? Because honestly, if you ask me, the troops are already here. They're already here. Because I promise you, it'll be war. You go out there, they have nothing to lose, and they come here for a better life, and all they got to do is push you down the stairs or kick you out of your apartment, and they're good. Because the police can do nothing about it, then do the math. Because if they're going to run scared, the police are going to run scared or get out the way while we kill each other, then that's why I say, just choose wisely. Like I say, if you're around somewhere where it's a bunch of gang members, you feel like you're already cornered, I don't know. I don't want to say if you can't beat them, join them, but move wisely. If you know that the thugs are setting up a shop around you, they're just waiting. You're already surrounded. They're just waiting for the whistle. And like I say, I don't want to say join their gang, you know, for survival, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That's basically that's who has immunity right now. Just to put the bug in your ear, and it might just be in Colorado, it might just be in one or two other places, but it's just going to spread. Venezuelans are not just in Colorado; they're in LA too. I've met a few Venezuelans here, before and after the migrant crisis. So just keep that in mind. Be well, be safe.